Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode. I am Robbie of the McFly Variety, and thanks for being here. Today, I think we're gonna do that city that I was talking about and having some fun with the way this highway is built. We may even go as far as to go ahead and build ourselves an interchange here. So let's see here. First of all, we got $602,000 in the bank. Units. What do they call this in this game? Whatever. My brain goes to simoleons. Years and years of Sims playing. So, this is where I want to start our city up. Now, do I want to go ahead and buy another tile so I can make sure I have it? But I want that coast right there too. How many tiles do I have? Okay, this one will be the more important one. We don't have another tile. Okay, it's good to know. So, we're going to start with some planning roads. And, I'm thinking something kind of, what is it called? Radial. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm thinking of something more radial. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. So, say that this was a center point, right? We want that there. And we're going to take this straight out. What is the terrain like around here? It's rocky by the coast, which really does just make sense, doesn't it? Let's start with some leveling. That is not what I wanted. Ooh boy, starting out strong today. There we go. Speaking of strong, go ahead and bring her out. And there we go. Now, we're going to go ahead and soften this up. Of course, this has got to come through and make its curve in. So I gotta keep that kind of thing in mind too, because I kind of want that to extend out as far as possible with the way this road is. So let's say, like we said before, this is the beginning part of our radial design. We'll go here and we can do this in order to get those oh so perfect angles. Just because I don't want to get too confused, I'm going to delete those things. And we'll go ahead and get rid of some trees too. Just to make sure this is laid out. Or that we don't have like extra trees hanging out under the roads and hiding away and also causing lag. So, if we take this out. Let's see, let's take this out to here. Start there. I could kind of bring this back in and then back out. Not a huge fan of getting rid of things that are part of the, there we go, part of the infrastructure, because that really does matter for our tram line. So we'll delete that. Bring this back. And I like that better. We'll just take this straight. Just for sake of ease with that. This one, of course, will wind its way out and probably do something to connect with this. This might be where we do a lot of work with this too. How far apart is this? 12 units, that is? Right about here. So let's say we use this. It's not very far off from the radial, but that could also be a good thing. Let's use this side. I'd rather know that my lanes are correctly Directioned? That's an interesting phrasing. There we go. Like a main road kind of coming in through this way. And if we just start taking our roads directly straight out, where do we end up? How does it turn off bending? How does it end up working? Turn on end. Can you tell I'm used to playing in a certain way? We're going to take this here, just so I know for a fact what I'm going to do with that there. Bring this. Yeah, there we go. That one can go pretty straight from there on. And we can take this out straight for a second, then curve it in. And there we go. Use that. Nice curvature. Take this here. Maybe bring it back just a little bit. And then, because I don't want to constantly play with the not a fan. Not a fan. Let's start there. And if, say we were to put a roundabout on this. Hold on. Alright, and now we have game audio back. So let's get back to this. Thinking blow this up just a little bit more like that. And we'll delete the... I just pointed at my screen like you guys can see what I'm pointing at. We'll delete the part here and kind of have it go out like that. It seems like a good distance, but then again, let's do that. Delete this. Put that back the way it was. And maybe even do this. Let's start by doing this, right? Yeah, I want to check typography. Oh, and the rain. The doggo's a little bit scared that he doesn't understand. Okay. Okay, fine. Come here, Fabian. It's kind of difficult to decide what I'm gonna do here. Maybe we can go ahead and also. All right, I feel like I'm jumping around a lot. I promise we'll fix. We'll find somewhere to stay. There, I like that best. All right, and then we'll take this in. My mouse is being strange. Maybe... yeah. Probably just be best to just... There we go. And then with that we could take this here I kind of like the idea of making it bi-leveled. And I can even move it right here to give that perfect curve. And then see what this generates right here. And perfect. Okay. It's a good place to start. And back to leveling out terrain. Now, we could make this a continuation of homes, like bringing all the homes to the water. And I kind of like that idea, but it is the first idea. So what else is a possibility before I follow through with that? I think that's good to sit on. Bring that out. There. And I really am just haphazardly throwing something down, and it's mostly because I think it'll add intrigue without being just square grids. I love the work we've done here. I think this looks great and it works really well. I just want to see how much we can step away from grids in a lot of other ways other than just blatantly not doing grids. There's a reason that they're beneficial. This is where I want to go. Can I pull this in? And if so, how far? So where did that move? Okay, good. Bring that down. What does it do? Ooh, it looks way better than I thought it would. I'll say that much. Bring the size down here. There we go. Bring that in. Cool. So there's that blending into this. Now I just got to decide how I want to go about doing this grid. So say, I literally just said I want to step away from grids. We're gonna do a bit of a grid here. I'm definitely thinking this will stay open too. I don't think I want to fill this with buildings. I'm not even sure that's gonna get filled with buildings. We'll just see how things move forward. See, I'm fighting myself taking, like, just curving this in, and, like, so I could very easily take that. Yikes. Okay. What if I just take that straight? Where does it put? Puts nodes there. We'll delete this one, take this other one back, and then how I usually handle that is I take that in there, and we can play with that as we see fit. Hey there, guys. So I won't lie, most of this episode's gonna be very time-lapse heavy. I did so much work. This clip, actually, this video that we're, going through right now was originally, like, gonna make the video 45 minutes or so, and when I sped it up, it went to 19 minutes, and every video after that's really been the same. I will also say what was expected to all be in this one episode ends up being well over an hour, and that's me cutting out as much as I can. So we're gonna we're just gonna go ahead and make this like a two-parter kind of situation. On the second half, it really more so focuses on the highway we're forced to build and the interchange we're forced to build. I left a mod on. I won't lie. I made a boo-boo, and it was the heavy traffic mod that really backed up our highway. so I once I figured that out, I had already built the highway, already built the entire new interchange, and it is what it is. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's a lot of like really getting the city centers part started up. I'm excited for the traffic that's going to be generated from all of this infrastructure, you know, building and the complete highway revamp. I'm going to have to really work on some new intersections, interchanges. That's going to be a lot of fun for me. But thank you guys so much for watching this one. I'm going to do the basic, you know, like, comment, subscribe, send this to a friend if you know they love City Skylines. I'd really appreciate that. And you know, have a good one, guys. Thanks. Okay, so I found some options. I dipped out. I went to the workshop and I went to go find something that I thought would work really well for our situation here. Now, it's not perfect. I can't get this rail to do what I want it to do, but the good news is that if we go and grab a line real quick, where is it at? Come on. It's all the way at the beginning, of course. If we go there to there, it does connect, and the same thing from here to here. So it's not going to look perfect, but we hang out in the city over here. Usually we look at things from here. We like to zoom in for the details, I know, but not everything can be perfect. I really wish it could be. So we're gonna be able to get rid of this at some point soon, probably soon. And I'm thinking, along with, you know, this clear connection and this connection, these are actually really close to each other. Well, either way, we're gonna have a connection that comes out of here and up to the city. So I'm thinking that this can become a connection, and maybe, just maybe, we can have that spur off there, right? Because it wants to do this anyway. And maybe we can bring it up here and have it spur off to this side, or even this side would make sense. It'd be interesting to take it over, probably take it at a level crossing and just do some kind of special light thing there and have it follow this exactly. Now that is definitely future situations, but I got a whole mess of new roads here. So what's this one? She's not that pretty, I won't lie. But then again, she also does give. She is giving. She's giving central downtown. Let's see if we have any nice big, no, not big, I don't want huge, of course, we've discussed this, we know what I'm talking about, but this shopping center kind of seems logical, or maybe this department store. Oh, I thought that was about to be placed perfectly. I was gonna be very surprised. This node here kind of makes sense as a spot for something like this. So what do we have? Turn off that though. So if I do alright, we're gonna need to start building some infrastructure. Why am I... Oh, because of industry. Okay. Let's see here. Do I want to do something like that? And then we can take that and just... It makes sense. Slope that. It's making less sense. I'm not so much feeling it anymore. It might be fine though. Clean some of this up. I'm trying to think of these roads more as allowance for service vehicles than I am thinking of them as I don't know if I That's not too bad. But then again, if it feeds out there. But then again, if it feeds in there. Okay, I think we'll do this. The one way in, one way out. Just to kind of help manage the traffic there. Because that's going to be one hell of a turn to turn in there. And then as long as we have good connectivity. With pedestrian paths. It gives us somewhere nice to decorate. For one. And two. It creates... Oh! Can I... I'd like to force you on the ground, please. Thank you. Creates an interesting space that we can decorate. In the midst of all this high density. Now we are going to start with the high density out here. Maybe do... Okay, wait, where's my name? There we go. That glitched. We have our high-rise band. Electric cars. Let's go ahead and just do that. You know, leisure tends to be very short, but on the other hand, leisure is also very loud. But then again, if it's at night, cancellation for the night, that actually makes that better, right? I want to say yes. So let's say that Summit Park is also a leisure district. Leisure. That's a large leisure district. We're gonna separate those. Right? And it might make sense to take this down here. Because I can't see us putting any commercial down this way. So that's going to be fine for that. And it's not going to be high density anyway. So that might be a perfect idea in that sense. And then what I'm thinking is I don't want to do like maybe a few spots of like the bigger. But I don't think I want to like do all max full 4 unit, you know. Nah, I don't think that's what we want here. Put one in there, bring it in here, and maybe bring it down some more. Let's pull that back. Yeah. I'm seeing this is a park space actually. So we can just do that. That's a good fun strip of leisure. And then the rest of it? and there's another tile unlocked too. Yes. A few more universities. Solar power definitely makes me happy. Inner city bus terminal. That's gonna, this is stuff we're gonna get going up in the top of the mountain. 20,000 people just like that. Okay, and one night's sleep and 1 day of work later, we're back at her. In between those bits of clips, I have done a little bit of change. I decided this, in fact, will become an avenue. We'll probably try to put some crosswalks through like we have over on this side, how we have those crosswalks. I want these guys to be able to enter this farming industry as easily as possible if they need to. We can also bring down our trees a little bit further, but we're gonna kind of do some more sprucing this up. We'll see how this episode continues on. And then I also that's shiny. I also handled this because it was a little bit messy. Now it's more correct, evenly placed and such. Now I am thinking, okay, that does turn that off. I wish that didn't do that automatically. That looks silly. So let's say we turn that like that and that like that. And then maybe we could do this and that, and then those should be really the only connections we can make. Except for apparently this, where they were like, okay, how about this? They were originally planning on building a tram here, but then decided to put it off to the side. I don't know. I'm pulling at straws at that point. But I thought that was lights for a second. We're gonna do our best to fill out this space, to cap this off, similar to how it is over here. I think this is pretty nice for what it is. Far away that looks a little stranger, but I think it's okay. Which, let's just go ahead and start from one end to the other.